Who is the richest person on earth? I heard a therapist once say that he had a patient, successful businessman, older gentleman, probably in his 70s or 80s, who believed that the purpose of life was, at the end, whoever had the biggest pile of sand was the winner. Which, as someone who generally doesn't like to pass too much judgment on people, I think that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Because if your notion of any type of gratification in life is just accumulating as many things as possible, you're in for a hell of a ride, and not in a good way. It's going to be really frustrating. And I can tell you that based on a story that happened to me, well, just this week, today, in fact, including today, so over the course of multiple days. So I got selected for a self-tape audition. So back in the day when you were trying out for a movie role or a short film, whatever, you would go into a studio and they would cast you. But now, post-COVID, a lot of it is done at home behind a camera. And so as a result, you don't have a reader with you. Well, my close friend, her being the good Samaritan that she is, was willing to help me read for this self-tape. Mind you, the script was 7 pages long, which, you know, some of you might be watching this who are actors, you're like, man, that ain't nothing, okay? For me, who hasn't done an audition in, well, I think it's been 5 years at this point, it's a bit of a workout, right, for the memory, for the brain. And so I didn't really know what I was getting her into, and I don't think she knew either, because it ended up being 3 days of her helping me with this. No, I'm sorry, 2 days, because I got it one day, tried rehearsing on my own, and then she helped me yesterday and today. So what I had said originally was, I'll just need an hour of your time because I'll work on the script, I'll have it memorized by this night, and then the next day we can record it. Well, I mean, I already kind of spoiled it. It was not an hour. She was in the fortunate position to be able to work from home. So while balancing her work, she went out of her way to come to my place at 6:30 in the morning to help me prep for this audition, to read my lines, which at this point, it was probably over 100 times that we either rehearsed or did a take of it and practiced it. I still don't think it came out that good on my end, but that's just because, you know, I'm rusty. But anyways, the important part of this story is that she did not have to do that. She, you know, my friend's not an actress, but she was endlessly patient the entire time and did everything in her power that she knew how to make sure that I was either as well rehearsed as possible or that I was able to do my job properly on top of doing her own work. And I just thought, man, you know, as much as I would love to be successful as an actor, to make, you know, lots of money like the top 0.1% do, because I feel like there's many actors that have that kind of glimmer in their eye, right? I think the real wealth is right in front of me. You know, the people that you get to spend time with that actually care about you, that are willing to inconvenience themselves to help you, you can't let go of that, right? You have to treasure that beyond anything else. And yes, there are many movies that have been made about this particular topic that I'm discussing, but I'm giving you a real life example. And it's worth a reminder that for all the problems that we go through, all of the suffering that we experience in life, because we do, all of us go through a lot. I don't care where you're at on the stratosphere, whether you're doing really poorly, which, you know, it's probably more suffering than usual, or you're at the top, you're going through something maybe more mental, or maybe the weight of your assets or whatever are just too overwhelming to handle. You know, I'm no judgment in that regard. I think as long as you can find at least one person, and I'm not saying it's easy to find, as long as you can find one person, you are wealthy. You are one of the richest people. You don't have to have lots of friends. You just have to have someone that you really care about and who you know has your back. That's what it's about at the end of the day. So I hope you have a good holiday weekend. And I look forward to chatting with you in the next one. Take care. Have a good night.